everybody. Welcome to eFit 30. My name is Valerie and I'm here to guide you on a 30-minute yoga journey for those of you who are new to yoga. And yoga is a great thing for you to practice, so we'll get started. The first thing for you to focus on is your breath. And when you practice, you link every movement with your breath. So as you breathe, breathe through your nose, fill up your abdomen, and as you exhale, exhale completely, really focusing on breathing in and linking each movement with your breath. We'll start warming up the body by doing circles around, starting to the right. So taking a deep inhale, as you exhale, start circling to the right, letting yourself go as wide and as far down as your body allows. And don't worry about flexibility or looseness, for that all that comes with time. The key is to breathe. Exhaling as you come down, inhaling as you come up, and just keep doing this each time, observing how your spine is loosening, how things are becoming looser over time, and just focusing on being in the moment, being on your mat, and knowing that this is strictly time for yourself, for your well-being. And then switching sides as you go to the left, letting your hands be pressed against your knees, and let yourself go down as far as you can and coming up, and making these nice circles as you loosen up your spine, knowing that you're also doing great things for your organs within your body as you go through these circles in your body, breathing in and exhaling out. And then on your last one, letting yourself come back up, letting that spine be straight as we prepare for a twist. Starting with your hands, inhale as you reach up, and reaching up as high as you can, really reaching for that sky, and breathing in, taking a deep inhale, and as you exhale, turn to the right. And as you let your hands come down, let that left hand come onto your right knee, and look over your right shoulder, if your neck allows. If your neck is tight, you can let it just look in this direction where it feels neutral, but if you're able to look over your shoulder, let your chin be parallel to the ground while your hand is on your knee, and you're just breathing, really breathing deep into the body and feeling your spine gently twist as you breathe into this. And then on an inhale, raising those arms up as you really reach up, breathing in, and on an exhale, let yourself come down to the left, repeating this on your left side as you let that right hand come onto your left knee and looking over your left shoulder, letting that left hand be rested onto the ground, and your spine is straight and you're breathing. And as you're doing this, you're helping to strengthen and loosen up that spine and letting the muscles loosen up, yet become stronger as you breathe into this. And breathing deep through the nose and exhale through the nose, really focusing on being present with each breath. And on an inhale, raising those arms up as you reach up high, and then as you exhale, let yourself come down, letting your hands come down to the ground, and if your body allows, just come down to where you are comfortable, letting your head come down. And your hands can do the walking as they come forward, and you're lengthening your spine. So letting yourself completely surrender and breathe into this place. Feeling your back expand, knowing that you're lengthening it and becoming stronger as you let those muscles lengthen with time. Breathing deep into your back and exhaling completely. And on an inhale, letting yourself slowly roll back up and let yourself come back straight as we prepare for another pose to help warm up that body. Letting your left hand come by your side, and then inhale as you raise that right, really reach. And as you exhale, arch over to the left, and you let your hand come down onto the mat, or over time, as you're able, let yourself come onto your forearm. So wherever you are, the key is to let that elbow be over your ear as you're opening up your chest and you're really reaching and you're breathing into the space. And then inhale as you raise that arm up, and exhale as it comes down. And then repeat on the other side. Inhale as you raise that left. Exhale as you arch over. Feel the muscles lengthen as you breathe into it. Feel yourself become more flexible over time, knowing that yoga is a journey of practice. There is no finish line to cross. It's a lifetime practice, and it's great. All you have to do is breathe and reach for your personal edge. And inhale as you reach that arm up, and exhale as it comes down. And then letting your hands come behind your back and clasp them. And as you clasp them, you're opening up your chest, feeling those shoulder blades come close together, and breathing deep into it. Taking a deep inhale, and as you exhale, let yourself fold forward, letting your arms stay down, and letting your head come down to where it can reach. And just focus on keeping the shoulder blades close together and breathing into this. And again, you're doing more lengthening of that back, breathing into the body. And then inhale as you come back up and letting yourself release. As we prepare for what's called cat-cow in yoga, coming on to all fours. And in this pose, your hands are pressed deep into the mat. Fingers are spread as wide as they can. They're underneath your shoulders. Hips are over knees. And on this one, inhale as you lift that tailbone up and your head up. And exhale as you arch your back. And repeat. Inhale into cow. Exhale into cat. And repeating that to your breath, taking your time, no rush. And each time you're doing this, really feeling your spine loosen up as you breathe into it. 3 more. Feel that core of your body strengthen as you sink down. Feel your hands pressed with the mat. And then last one. And then coming back into a neutral position as we prepare for what's called extended table. This pose that we're in is called table. You're like a table. You're on all fours. With extended table, we'll start with our right arm and left leg. And you simply lift them both up and reach. Your hand is reaching for the wall in front of you. The foot is trying to touch the wall behind you. And you're breathing into this. You're balancing on your hand and your knee. And you're breathing as you pull the core of your body in. Breathing in and exhaling. Breathing in and exhaling as you feel everything working all at the same time. And then letting yourself come back down and letting yourself stretch back into what's called child's pose, where you let yourself surrender and let that spine come back into its neutral place, always knowing that this is a place in yoga to bring yourself when your breath is out of sync with your movement. And coming back up into table position as we prepare for the other side, lifting the left arm and right leg and extending them, pointing that toe behind you, reaching that arm in front of you, letting your head look down as you keep your neck neutral and breathe. Feeling the core of your body as you pull that in over time, strengthening that back, breathing into it, really enjoying being present as you observe all the little nuances of your body by you staying in this pose. And then letting your hand and leg come back down and let yourself stretch back in a child's pose. And perhaps letting your hips rock from side to side for a moment, letting it come back into its natural place. Then coming back into table position as we prepare to be a cobra and do a cat pose along with it. So let your hands come a little bit closer towards the front of the mat, a little bit wider. And on an inhale, sink down, opening up those shoulders, let those shoulders be down. And exhale as you arch that back as high as you can. Inhale, sinking down, opening up that chest. Exhale as you arch. Inhale as you sink. Exhale as you arch. And just keep repeating that to your breath and really enjoying the loosening that you feel taking place. Remembering to keep your hands spread wide. And 2 more. And then on your last one, letting yourself come back up into the neutral position, back in the table, bringing your hands back underneath your shoulders as we prepare for a lunge. Bringing our right foot forward and balancing onto your right foot and bringing yourself up. And on this, we're going to start by just lunging into our right leg, taking your time as you feel the lengthening taking place in this side and just breathing into it. For some, this may be just enough, and that's okay. Over time, it will become a little bit more flexible. And then adding to this, inhale as you raise your arms up, reaching up, perhaps linking your hands together, and just really reaching for the sky, and you're lunging into that leg as you're breathing into it and taking your time. And then on an exhale, letting those hands come down and then straighten that right leg. And you may want to come up like this. The key is letting your spine be straight and let the lengthening take place into your legs and breathe into it. And staying here for just a moment as you breathe in and exhale completely, really, really focusing on being conscious of each breath that you take. And then let yourself come back into your lunge. And inhale as you reach up, bringing those hands together, and really reach. And breathing in, feeling yourself sinking into your mat, and perhaps lifting up your toes of that foot, of your right foot, and let them come down as you let those relax. And on an exhale, letting those hands come down and bringing that foot back as we prepare to do this on the other side. Bringing your left leg forward and letting yourself come up and just lunge into the left leg. And observe, it may be a little bit tighter here, maybe a little looser. Every side is different, and it doesn't matter. Just observe. And you're breathing into this. And on an inhale, bringing your arms up. As you reach up, bringing your hands together, really reach up and breathe and let yourself lunge into that leg. You're letting the muscles in those legs lengthen and making them stronger as you do this. And breathing into it. And on an exhale, letting those hands come down and straighten that left leg. And then adjust yourself so the spine is straight. And just let yourself lengthen the muscles on the leg on this side. And breathe. Really feeling this working for you. And then let yourself lunge once again. Inhale as you reach up. Taking that slight back bend. Breathing into it. Lunging a little bit deeper. And on an exhale, letting yourself come back down, letting yourself surrender back into child's pose, perhaps rocking from side to side, just to let your hip muscles get back into place. And then coming back up as we prepare for what's called downward dog. And in downward dog, hands are shoulder distance apart, hands are spread wide, and curling your toes, and pressing yourself up as you press into your hands and letting your feet be no more than hip distance apart. And you can pedal your feet and slowly let your calf muscles lengthen in your breathing. And in this pose, it's an inversion which lets fresh blood flow to your brain as you breathe in. And as you pull the core of your body in, you're strengthening that. So just let your head come down and relax as you breathe into it, taking a moment to pause and let the left knee bend as you strictly let the right leg lengthen. And breathe as you're doing this. Breathing deep into your body and exhale. And then changing sides as you let that right knee bend. And simply lengthen that left leg. And feel those muscles lengthen as they take their time, knowing there is no rush. You just take time and let your body do it at its own pace. And then letting both hands, both legs be straight as you press yourself a little bit deeper into your dog. And then letting your hands walk to your feet. And let yourself hang over into what's called ragdoll. And in ragdoll, your head's relaxed. So letting your head shake so you're not using any muscles in your neck.
If your knees are locked, slightly bend them. And just let yourself hang over, letting gravity work for you. Perhaps grab your elbows and let yourself swing from side to side, breathing in and exhaling as you completely enjoy this present moment. Knowing that this practice of yoga is time that's strictly for yourself. The agenda that you may have on your mind for later does not matter. The only thing that matters is this moment right now. And still breathing deep and feeling your back expand. As you exhale, let those hands release. And inhale as you raise your arms up, reaching up high. And exhale as you bring your hands down to your heart center. And just take a moment just to observe what you feel. Feeling the increased heart rate. Feeling the increased energy in your body. Just from a few moves that we've done. As we prepare to do what's called sun salutations in yoga, as you come up to the front of your mat, let your feet be just a couple inches apart. Spine is straight, shoulders are down. And we'll do several of these so that you can practice it and really master it. On an inhale, reaching those arms up. Exhale as you swan dive down like you're flying down, letting that head relax. Inhale as you lift up, letting those hands press against your shins as you straighten that spine. And then exhale as you let your hands come down to your mat, letting your feet walk back, and this is called plank. As you are in your plank, feeling the core of yourself strengthen, and then lowering yourself down slowly. And inhale as you push yourself up, opening up your chest, bringing those shoulder blades close together. And then exhale into downward dog for just a few breaths. Breathing deep, exhaling completely, really enjoying the present moment. And on your next exhale, walk to your hands. Inhale as you lift up, straightening that spine. Exhale as you forward fold. Inhale as you reach up, exhale down. As we repeat, inhale, reaching up. Exhale, swan dive down. Inhale as you lift up. Exhale as you come back into plank. Exhale as you lower down. Inhale, up, shoulders back. Exhale, downward dog. And adjusting yourself, feeling free to continue pedaling your legs. If your calves are feeling tight, letting your hands and arms be pressed deep into your mat, and breathe. And on your next exhale, walk back to your hands. Inhale as you lift up. Exhale as you forward fold. Inhale as you raise your arms up, reaching up, and exhale, back down. As we do one more. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, swan dive down. Inhale, up. Exhale as you come back into plank. Let yourself lower down, arms close to sides. Inhale, up dog, shoulders back. Exhale, downward dog. And breathe as you feel your body lengthening and breathing into it and really feeling everything working together as you breathe into it. And on your next exhale, walk back to your hands. Inhale as you lift up. Exhale as you forward fold. Totally release. Inhale as you raise those arms up, reaching up. And exhale, hands back to your heart center and release. Knowing that you've done some great work with these sun salutations as we prepare for what's called chair pose. On chair, letting your feet be a few inches apart. And inhale as you reach your arms up, and as you exhale, squat down. Now you can choose to sit in a bar stool, which is a little bit higher, or you can scoot down a little bit lower. It's whatever your body allows. Key is, lift the core of that body up. Arms are reaching up. Your knees are together, and you're feeling the strength of your body, knowing this pose will not last forever. Just breathe into it. And then inhale up, and then exhale as you come down. letting yourself totally surrender once again to gravity, and breathe. And with yourself forward fold, with your left hand, let it reach for the right leg. If you can reach your toe, great. Wherever it can reach, let it reach. And on an inhale, raise that right arm as you open up that chest, looking up and breathing in. And on an exhale, letting that hand come down and changing size as the right hand reaches for that left toe or ankle or leg. And inhale as you open up on the left side, breathing into it. Another great little twist for your body as you breathe into it. And exhale, back down. And then on an inhale, raising both arms up, reaching up high, reaching up. And then exhale as you bring your hands back down to your heart center as we prepare for what's called warrior pose in yoga. Coming back to the front of your mat, and with your right foot taking a step back about 4 feet and letting your hips face forward and lunging into that left knee. And then inhale as you reach those arms up, really reaching up. And then inhale as you straighten that leg. Exhale as you lower down. Inhale up, exhale down, inhale up, exhale down. And then let yourself straighten that leg once again and bring your foot back up to the front as we prepare to do the other side. Taking a step back with the left foot, about 4 feet. Letting your hips face forward and lunging into that right knee, wherever your body allows. And inhale as you reach those arms up, reaching up high, breathing into it. And then inhale as you straighten that leg, exhale as you lower down. And repeating this to your breath, really being aware of all 4 corners of your feet. One more, lifting up, coming back down, inhale up, and letting your feet come back to the front of the mat. And letting yourself inhale as you reach up, exhale as you forward fold. And breathe, letting yourself completely relax as we let ourselves come down towards the mat, letting your feet step back into plank, letting those knees come down as we prepare for what's called side plank. Starting with the left leg, let that left knee be bent and extend the right leg. And on an inhale, raise that right arm up as you reach up, opening up. And if your body allows, letting it open up a little bit wider and breathing into it. Feeling the lengthening taking place. And on an exhale, letting that hand come down and that right knee come back down. And this time do this on the opposite side, letting that left leg go straight. And then inhale as you raise that left arm, reaching up, balancing on your hand, and really lengthening as you're breathing deep into your abdomen. And on an exhale, letting that hand come back down and letting yourself surrender back into child's pose. And breathe. And then coming back up this time with your right leg crossed over your left. And letting yourself be on your bones, feeling your tailbones as we prepare for a little bit deeper twist. Letting that right hand come behind you. And inhale as you raise that left. And exhale as you let it come to the outside of that leg, looking over your right shoulder. And breathe. And if your hand allows, letting that thumb point towards the ground. And you're just breathing. Breathing deep into these places of your body that probably don't normally get this much air. And then releasing your twist. And then changing size as you let the left cross over the right. And adjusting yourself so you feel yourself on your tailbone. And letting that left hand come behind you. Inhale as you reach up high. Exhale as you let that arm come to the outside of your leg and look over your left shoulder, using this arm to press against your leg. And breathe, noticing that your chin is parallel to the ground and you're breathing. And then release as you let go of your twist as you prepare for what's called bridge. Letting yourself roll down slowly onto your mat. feels good, doesn't it? Letting your heels come within fingertips touch. Lifting your tailbone and letting it settle back down so you feel your whole spine with the mat. Hands pressed against the mat. And on an inhale, lift your pelvis up, keeping those knees close together. And as you exhale, lower down. And repeating this several times. As you lift up, bring your chin towards your throat. By doing that, you're working your thyroid gland, which helps your metabolism. It helps your hormones. It helps you burn more calories faster, actually, the more you do this. So repeating this several times. Inhale as you lift up. Exhale down. One more. And this time, letting your hands come underneath your lower back as you press yourself up just a little bit higher, bringing that chin towards your neck. And then exhale as you slowly lower down, letting your knees come to your chest, drawing yourself in little circles as you massage your spine, knowing that you've done great things for your back and your inner body. And letting yourself rock back up for one more pose as you're seated, or forward fold, letting your legs be straight, feet are flexed, and inhale as you reach up, exhale as you fold forward. And reaching for what you can. So it could be your ankles, legs, or your feet. The key is to pull yourself from your hips and feel the lengthening taking place and breathing into it, not locking your knees. And then inhale as you come back up, letting yourself roll back down onto your mat as you prepare for a final twist, letting your arms open wide. And inhale as you bring your knees to your chest. And exhale as you let them roll to the right, as you let your head turn to the left. Breathing deep into your body, consciously letting your fingertips curl, and feel yourself letting go. As you let this practice of yoga circulate through your body. Inhale as you lift those knees back up. Exhale as you let them drift to the left, as you let your head turn to the right. And breathe, really feeling the benefits circulate. Yoga is a wonderful practice. There is no age limit, and there is no restrictions. Inhale as you lift yourself up, and then let yourself open up your legs and your hands into what's called Savasana, where you just let everything that you've just done totally absorb into your body. Where you just let yourself rest. And letting your Shavasana be as long as you choose as you let your mind rest. Thank you for coming to eFit. I hope you enjoyed your yoga practice. If you have more questions about the details of what yoga can do for you, come to Yogarevalation.com. In the meantime, I look forward to seeing you next time. Peace.